Hello, how is everyone doing? We are back with another video. It is your fallen angel, and today we will be talking about errant thought forms. So, the most commonly known example of a thought form is a haunted house. For a place to have an energy about it, a very emotional event took place, usually a violent death or murder. The fear, anger, destructive emotions are so powerful, they leave behind an essence most people, even the average person, can detect. There is no greater energy than that given off at the time of death, and if the death was violent, the entire area reeks of it for centuries. So, guys, whenever let's say you go house shopping, or you're over at someone else's house for the first time, and you feel something is off. You feel something clairvoyantly. You feel some type of negative aura within. That is because of the errant thought forms, right? This is an energy that remains. Now, this is not to say that every single little nuance that occurs is because it's haunted. But it's to say that there is an energy that is left behind because fear, anger, and destructive emotions are very, very powerful. Now, these operate through gamma waves, right? Now, these gamma waves, when you're intrinsically in these high states, right, your amygdala is creating these high states of either flight or fight. So, this is important to understand when we're talking about errant thought forms. Thought forms create a massive energy. They are the result of intense emotions and thoughts. Their lifespan is determined by how much energy is put onto them. Continually dwelling upon something over a period of time gives the thought/emotion energy, which takes on a form of its own. Every individual is different according to their strength of his or her aura and thoughts. Some people are born with naturally strong mind and aura, owing to previous lifetimes. So, guys, when we speak things, right, when we think things, emotions follow. And when we gradually think this same thought over and over, it takes on a life form of its own, right? That's why I always say that it's very crucial we are critical on how we think and how we speak because these things end up coming to fruition in the astral plane. And when it comes to fruition in the astral plane, it comes to fruition in the physical plane. So some people are able to understand this concept because of this cycle of rebirth, death, and life, right? Of birth, death, and rebirth. So when these people who are understanding of this because of their previous lifetimes and their previous life paths and their previous reincarnations, they understand that when you're vibrating at a very high frequency, whether this be love, compassion, joy, or happiness. These frequencies will allow you to manifest things in the sphere how you want it, right? When you're thinking things negatively, it will come to fruition. This is why when COVID was about, a lot of people were fear mongered, right? A lot of people were scared. A lot of people ended up dying because their own thoughts were very powerful. The media's fear mongering has created these thoughts to be so negative that these people are dying off because they believe that this is that deadly, right? This is how fear mongering works and how it works with aura spheres. You have to understand your brain is very, very, very powerful. Human beings are very superhuman. Now, when you see something and you intrinsically believe that it to be true, all the atoms in your body do not know right or wrong. It will follow your lead. You are the leader in this cosmos. When you lead your subconscious, everything will follow in the manifestation realm. It will manifest on how you believe it to suffice. So it is important that when you're having a strong aura, you want to attract positivity and abundance no matter what it is. Because if you're thinking negatively, it will attract that same energy and it will manifest in its own because your thoughts are that crucial. This also ties into Murphy's Law as well. Most people have thought forms attached to their aura. The results of daydreams, fantasies, anger, hatred, desires, and so forth, when repeatedly dwelled upon, form permanent thought forms. Thought forms can be either positive or negative. Either way, they can interfere with the person's thought processes. So, thought forms are very important, right? Because your thought forms make up what ends up manifesting. Because your thoughts are step one, emotions follow your thoughts. That's step two. Then step three is the actions, and then the actions are what make up what comes after and what manifests afterwards, right? What happens in your mini universe, also known as your microcosm within this macrocosm. So it is essential that we are positive in our thought forms because this affects our aura, something that we cannot see through light apparatus. But we all know we are energy and waves walking through this cosmos. So even though we can't see this, in the astral plane it is all seen. We have an aura color, but about us, everyone has an aura color. You can see someone and see their temperament, and that temperament explains aura, explains their thought patterns, it explains where they're stuck at. These are all intertwined together. When we meditate, we increase our energy. The thought forms we have feed on this energy. Power meditation is a sort of cleaning house process. We can tune into and remove these, same as we can do with others who have attached themselves to our souls. Removing these will bring clearer thoughts and peace of mind. It is a healing process. So guys, when you feel suffocated or you feel someone is draining you of your energy, it's essential that you remove these people out of your life because they don't service you positively. That is essential that you get rid of them. This is like spring cleaning. Same thing goes for when you're power meditating. It is essential that you tune into and remove your negative thoughts and allow yourself to think positively. This positive mindset will bring about a large amount of abundance, whether this be financially, relationship-wise, health, wealth, abundance. This all is intertwined. Therefore, you must induce a positive state of mind, whether this be with incantations, invocations, meditation, candle magic, whatever it is that you do, prayer, whatever it is you do, it has to be that you use your thought forms positively, because the way you think and the thoughts you use, emotions follow, and emotions are very strong and heavy. When the emotions follow thought forms, this is what manifests in the manifestation sphere and brings into the physical realm. It all clings on to the etherical matter known as the ether portal, time, space in general. So guys, this is understanding Errant thought forms, right? So when we depict this ideology of a haunted house, we depict it in this ideology that there's some kind of negativity about it. There's some kind of negative connotation behind it because we know that the aura is off about it. There's something negative within the violence, within the energy behind it, whether it be fear, anger, or destructive emotions. This also applies to human beings. Now, while human being isn't necessarily a haunted house, their aura can be haunted. Their aura can be destructive. Therefore, it is essential we avoid these types of people, or we essentially try to help them by understanding meditation and understand that these people are not a byproduct of just being bad people. They're a byproduct of not being able to control their thoughts. This is why many people get into alcohol abuse, drug abuse, because they're not using their thoughts in a positive manner. They're using their thoughts against them, because we as human beings have such a creative process, such a creative brain, such a logical brain that we could create scenarios in our head. This is why people are depressed, because they're not using their brain to help them flourish. They're using their number one gift against them. This is why when we have to understand that people that are in these clinics and people that are in these such negative parts in their life, we cannot just say they're just a bad person. We have to understand that they have not learned how powerful their brain is and how powerful their thoughts can be, right? This is how addictions happen. So it is essential that we help others, but we keep our distance at the same time, because we don't want their negative aura to affect us, right? We want to assist, but we don't want to assimilate too much, because the thing is, when we talk about people with such dark auras, these dark auras start to consume light right? This dark connotations consume light. So with that being said, be careful, be vigilant, and be positive, okay? This is your fallen angel, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm out.